And officers found the mother and son both unresponsive inside their home.
Sad situation. The neighbors tell me that the mother and son were found dead in the garage of this home. You can see where someone's come and placed flowers out front. And tonight, investigators are working to learn exactly.
On the morning of February 9th, 2024, a horrifying scene unfolded in Mesquite, Texas. The calm of a quiet neighborhood was shattered when emergency responders discovered the bodies of a young woman and her 7-year-old son in the garage of their home. The woman was none other than 27-year-old Lyric Bacchus, a well-known social media influencer and entrepreneur, found lifeless on what should have been a joyous day following her birthday celebration. Not long after the initial discovery, it became clear that this wasn't a typical accident. Authorities identified Lyric Bacchus and her son Deuce almost immediately. The mother and child were found sitting in the garage, seemingly peaceful, yet tragically still. The early suspicions pointed to carbon monoxide poisoning, a silent and deadly gas that had filled the space while they were inside. But despite the straightforward explanation, the incident left a series of unanswered questions that sparked confusion and debate within the local community. Just days before, Lyric had celebrated her 27th birthday surrounded by friends and family, sharing her joy and gratitude for another year of life. Lyric was not just another name on the internet. She was a charismatic influencer with a growing following, a successful entrepreneur who owned a popular clothing boutique, and a loving mother devoted to her son Deuce. Her life seemed perfect to those who followed her online journey, but behind the bright smile and glamorous posts, no one expected the dark turn that was about to unfold. Lyric Bacchus, born Shanice Williams, but known to her followers as Lyric, had a story that resonated with many aspiring influencers and entrepreneurs. Growing up in Pleasant Grove, Texas, Lyric's life was not one of luxury. Her family lived paycheck to paycheck, struggling to make ends meet. Yet, even in those early years, Lyric stood out. She was a dreamer, a go-getter, and someone who believed that her circumstances would not define her future. From a young age, Lyric's creativity was evident. She loved fashion, not the kind you find in high-end stores, but the kind you make with your own hands. Her childhood was filled with moments where she would take old clothes and transform them into something entirely new. Whether it was adding sequins to a denim jacket or stitching patterns onto a plain dress, Lyric's unique touch turned ordinary pieces into something special. Her friends would often ask her to revamp their clothes, and soon enough, Lyric became known in her neighborhood as the girl with a talent for making old things look new again. This passion for design became her escape from the challenges of her environment. She often told her close friends that one day she would have her own fashion line that would make her designs accessible to everyone, no matter their background. When social media began to grow, Lyric saw an opportunity to turn her passion into something more. She'd started posting her fashion creations on Instagram, initially just for fun. But soon, her unique style and charismatic personality began to attract attention. People loved her authenticity, her willingness to share not just the glitzy parts of her life, but also the struggles she faced as a young entrepreneur trying to make her mark in a competitive world. Lyric's big break came when a well-known fashion influencer reposted one of her designs. Overnight, her follower count skyrocketed, and people from all over the world began to take notice of her talent. Lyric seized this moment, not by basking in her newfound fame, but by doubling down on her work. She started creating more content, sharing not just her designs, but also tips on styling, confidence, and how to make affordable fashion look chic. What set Lyric apart was her relatability. She wasn't just another influencer showing off luxury items that were out of reach for most people. Instead, she focused on creating and promoting styles that anyone could afford. Her motto was simple: fashion should be accessible to everyone. This approach resonated deeply with her followers, who saw her not just as an influencer but as one of them. someone who understood their struggles and aspirations. Lyric's story was one of resilience and passion. She turned her love for fashion into a thriving business that empowered young women to express themselves through style. Her journey from a small-town girl with big dreams to a successful entrepreneur was proof that with determination, creativity, and the courage to take risks, you could achieve anything. The discovery of Lyric Backus and her son Deuce's bodies was nothing short of a nightmare for the residents of Mesquite, Texas. When first responders arrived on the scene, they were confronted with a scene that defied explanation. Lyric and Deuce were found in the garage, sitting as if they had simply fallen asleep, their lives cut short by what initially appeared to be carbon monoxide poisoning. As the police began their investigation, the details of the case seemed straightforward. The car was found with the engine running, the garage door closed, and the deadly gas silently filling the space. Carbon monoxide is a colorless, odorless gas that can kill within minutes, and it seemed like a tragic accident. A simple mistake made in the late hours after Lyric had returned home from her birthday celebration. However, as the investigation deepened, things took a turn. Friends and family of Lyric began to question the likelihood of this scenario. They described her as a meticulous person who always double-checked her surroundings, especially when it came to the safety of her son. Those closest to her struggled to accept that she would forget something as crucial as turning off the car or ensuring the garage was properly ventilated. Detectives began to expand their inquiry beyond the immediate scene. They looked into Lyric's recent activities, her interactions on social media, and any unusual behavior that might suggest something more than an accident. The police also reviewed surveillance footage from her neighborhood, hoping to find clues about who might have visited her home that night. One of the critical aspects of the investigation involved analyzing the car itself. Experts examined whether there was a mechanical fault that could have caused the vehicle to run unexpectedly, or if someone else had tampered with it. The toxicology reports on Lyric and Deuce also became a focal point, as investigators sought to determine whether any substances in their systems might point to foul play or a struggle. As days turned into weeks, the authorities remained tight-lipped about any definitive conclusions. The lack of clear evidence left the community in a state of limbo, unsure whether they were dealing with a tragic accident or something far more sinister. Law enforcement officials assured the public that they were leaving no stone unturned, but without concrete leads, the case grew colder with each passing day. The mystery surrounding Lyric Backus's death has led to numerous theories and speculation. Some believe that it might have been a deliberate act, either a targeted attack by someone with a grudge or a tragic act of desperation by Lyric herself. Others speculate that it could have been an elaborate setup designed to look like an accident. As the investigation drags on, one thing is clear. This case is far from over, and the quest for answers continues. The news of Lyric Backus's death spread like wildfire, sending shockwaves through both her local community in Texas and her online following worldwide. For those who had followed her journey from a struggling designer to a successful entrepreneur, the tragedy was deeply personal. Her fans had watched her grow, seen her ups and downs, and celebrated her achievements. Now, they were faced with the heartbreaking reality that she and her young son were gone. Messages of condolences flooded social media as friends, followers, and fellow influencers expressed their grief. Hashtags like #RememberingLyric and #JusticeForLyric trended on platforms like Twitter and Instagram, as people from all over the world shared their memories of her. Many of her fans posted tributes, highlighting the positive impact Lyric had on their lives, how she inspired them to chase their dreams and never give up. In Mesquite, the local community held a candlelight vigil in front of Lyric's home. Hundreds of people, some of whom had never met her in person but felt connected through her online presence, came together to honor her memory. They brought flowers, handwritten notes, and pictures of Lyric and Deuce. The air was thick with sorrow as people held hands, lit candles, and shared stories of how Lyric's kindness and determination had touched their lives. For her family, the loss was unbearable. Lyric's parents spoke publicly about the devastating impact of losing not just their daughter, but also their beloved grandson. They described Lyric as the glue that held their family together, a source of light who always had a smile on her face, no matter what challenges she faced. Her mother tearfully recalled how Lyric's eyes would light up whenever she talked about Deuce and her dreams for his future. In addition to their grief, Lyric's family was also frustrated by the lack of answers surrounding her death. They urged the authorities to conduct a thorough investigation, to leave no question unanswered, and to find out what really happened to their loved ones. Friends of Lyric have also expressed similar sentiments, with many calling for a deeper look into any possible foul play. The tragedy has sparked a larger conversation about the pressures faced by influencers in the digital age. Many have pointed out that the curated perfection seen on social media often hides the struggles and challenges behind the scenes. Lyric was no different. While her posts were filled with positivity and success, it's possible that she was dealing with pressures and issues that no one knew about. Even in death, Lyric Bacchus's influence continues to resonate profoundly. She was more than just a social media star or an entrepreneur. She embodied change, representing what could be accomplished through hard work and unwavering dedication. Her legacy thrives through the countless lives she impacted, the women she inspired, and the brand she meticulously built from the ground up. Lyric's clothing line, which began as a heartfelt passion project, has evolved into a testament to her resilience and creativity. In a heartfelt promise to keep her dream alive, her friends and family have taken the helm of the boutique, ensuring that her spirit endures. They believe that continuing her work is the most meaningful tribute to her memory, with proceeds now dedicated to causes dear to Lyric's heart, such as scholarships for young women pursuing careers in fashion and design. However, her legacy transcends fashion. It embodies the values she championed. Lyric encouraged everyone to embrace their authenticity, to believe in their potential, and to fearlessly pursue their dreams. She was a mentor to many, often taking the time to respond to messages from young girls who looked up to her. Lyric's story has sparked a movement, motivating individuals to push beyond their limitations and defy the odds, just as she bravely did. The online community remains vibrant with shared quotes, fashion insights, and heartfelt stories of Lyric's impact. Memorial posts flood social media with fans recalling her most empowering advice: "Don't just dream it, do it." This simple yet profound message has become a rallying cry for her followers, a poignant reminder that Lyric's influence will forever endure. Lyric Bacchus's life and untimely death have carved a void that can never be filled, but her legacy as a trailblazer persists. She shattered barriers, defied stereotypes, and illuminated the path to success for those who dare to dream, regardless of their beginnings. Her story is a poignant reminder that, while the spotlight may shine brightly on social media, it's the profound impact we have on others' lives that truly defines our existence. The tragic story of Lyric Bacchus and her son Deuce serves as a heart-wrenching reminder of life's unpredictability. We implore everyone to take proactive steps to prevent similar tragedies. Install carbon monoxide detectors in your homes, educate yourself about the symptoms of CO poisoning, and remain vigilant about safety measures. If you found this story compelling, please like this video, subscribe our channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on more real-life stories that delve into the truths behind mysterious death and criminal cases. We invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe there's more to this story, or was it truly just a tragic accident? Let's keep this conversation alive and explore our theories together. Stay vigilant, stay safe, And join us next time as we plunge deeper into the world of twisted crimes and unsolved mysteries.